So my man Horikoshi is really starting to pop the fuck off here, bro. Okay, because these spoilers came out way faster than I would have expected, and holy cannoli, they are like crazy, dude. Crazy. So I'll go ahead and jump right into them. There's no pictures this time, so there won't be any pics, but these are on Twitter from a account that I don't remember, but I'm sure if you follow My Hero Twitter, it's probably trending right now. But we'll go ahead and jump into the spoilers here. Chapter 362 is called Light Fades to Rain, and we left off with Bakugo and Tamaki doing some cray shit right here. Okay, Bakugo got beat down, and Tamaki, I don't want to say he got a quirk awakening, but he did some cool stuff with it, at the very least. So we begin by Tamaki thinks about Fat Gum, Kirishima, Tetsu, and Mirio. He concentrates and shoots, calling it Vast Hybrid Plasma Cannon. It's one of the biggest special techniques in the whole series. You can see the beam reaching for miles and miles beyond the barrier. So Tamaki kicks off the chapter with Vast Hybrid Plasma Cannon. How does he do it? I have no fucking idea. I don't remember what the fuck this man ate. I can shoot lasers, but this man legit fired a Kamehameha, dude. Like it says you can see the beam reaching for miles and miles beyond the barrier. Like, are you kidding me, dude? That shit's cracked. That's crazy, man. I don't know, But even that isn't enough to hurt Shigaraki. He's fighting All for One Shiggy. He then asks Tamaki if he really thinks Prime All Might would die from such an attack. When all seems lost, Bakugo stands up. He's moving insanely fast. Shigaraki can't keep up. His pupils have the cluster explosion effects. So remember, a few chapters ago when Bakugo he had the weird eye effect, right? And some people were theorizing he was gonna get a quirk awakening. We will see. So Tamaki does a pretty cray attack that Shiggy brushes off because he's the antagonist, and he's got main villain armor. And we then see Bakugo stands up and instantly moves faster than Shiggy can keep up. Like, dude, that's like this is some anime protagonist shit right here. Okay, Bakugo is no longer messing around. We then get some narration explaining his quirk, and it says that Cluster has a secondary effect of allowing him to produce explosions from his whole body. While he's fighting, Bakugo thinks to himself, can I still keep up with you, Izuku? So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to officially call it a quirk awakening, but it might as well be, because Bakugo now has the ability to produce explosions from every part of his body, including his hands. Like before, he would sweat onto his hands and then boom boom blow them up. But now it is everywhere. Now, when you think about that, you're like, how is this going to make him that much more powerful? Well, we'll see in the future here how that will work, because Bakugo's already kind of busted with a quirk that's really not... It's not a busted quirk, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like Overhaul, where it's like, okay, that shit's cray-cray, but Bakugo knew how to use his quirk, He was very well trained, so I'm sure he'll figure out an even crazier way to use what he now has. All for One doesn't understand why he's feeling uneasy, even though he's not fighting an All for One user. But that's when he remembers the second user. He then goes for an all-out attack. Bakugo sees himself in a white space facing All Might's aura /ghost/spirit. Bakugo immediately understands what's happening and reveals his only regret. I really wanted you to sign my All Might card. The big three plus Mirko appear and rush toward All for One, landing a blow on him at the same time. But something terrible has happened. So we then see Bakugo is in a white space with All Might's aura. Now people are gonna want to know why this happens, and from what I can gather on Twitter, from some very reputable sources, I'd say it looks like Heroes Rising. I don't want to say Heroes Rising is canon because I think it is, but Heroes Rising is mentioned in a way because Bakugo had the One for All quirk at one point. So technically he is seeing the vestiges here, if that's how you say it, seeing at least All Might, who was a past user. And this isn't a good sign when we get closer here. This is where the shit hits the fan, okay? You thought Bakugo Quirk Awakening was crazy? Alright, look at this shit. The news are reporting a sudden increase in the temperature as the civilians are confused. We then see a panel of Bakugo's parents. All for One asks why they thought they had any chance. The heroes are all shocked beyond belief. Bakugo's heart has stopped. He lays on the ground. Now, I don't think Bakugo has multiple hearts. Maybe he does, and I don't remember, but I think this is just a mistranslation. Bakugo's heart has stopped as he lays on the ground. I think that's what actually happened. I think he died. Technically died. Is he dead from the series? I'm going to discuss that in a second. The last page is a double spread, a truly heartbreaking one. There's blood on Bakugo's face, and you can see the All Might card near him. So we don't exactly know what happened. I would guess that either A, Shiggy, or All for One basically beat his ass while he was doing his Quirk Awakening thing. This reminds me, you guys remember in Avatar The Last Airbender, at the end of the second season when Aang did the whole Avatar state thing, and then Azula just fucking lightninged him in the middle of it? That's kind of what this reminds me of. Now, I don't have a visual here. I'm just kind of visualizing it in my brain based on the words I'm given. But that's what this reminds me. Bakugo just had a power up. He just had a Quirk Awakening, and he goes anime protagonist ham. But then All for One or Shiggy just punctures him or something with a fucking fingernail. And now he's lying on the ground. His heart has stopped. Blood on his face. It doesn't say if his pupils are gone. If his pupils are gone, then usually that means A, the character is unhinged or he's dead. So I think Bakugo is technically dead here. Technically, if I were to use these paragraphs as direct happenings in the chapter. Unless the chapter, I'm assuming the chapter directly mentions that Bakugo's heart has stopped. It's possible it actually didn't, but I will say I do think Bakugo is technically dead. There is a very likely chance that this is a fake out because Bakugo he's the Vegeta of the My Hero universe. He's very popular. I don't know if Horikoshi would have the balls to kill him off. But we will see if Bakugo stays dead. If this is truly the death of Bakugo here, shit got real, bro. Because I did not expect it. But I'm not going to say that for certain it is his death. It is his permanent death, is what I should say. I would not be surprised if Bakugo comes back in a way, shape, or form. But I think the story would be a lot more interesting if Bakugo ended up actually dying. So let me know what you think of these in the comments below, and I will catch you guys in the next chapter because My Hero's been popping off these last few weeks.